Viewers, the latest news about Ethiopia, Amhara, and Tigray region is that, according to the latest reports about the ongoing war in the Amhara region, is that Tigray Defense Force has taken control of the Philaket and its surrounding areas after defeating the Ethiopian National Defense Force and its allies. And I have already informed you about this in the previous video that Tigray Defense Force claimed that Tigray Defense Force soldiers have entered the Philaket after getting control on Gashina and Lalibela. And now Tigray Defense Force soldiers are also heading to Debre Tabur on the B-22 highway. According to the reports received from Tigray Defense Force sources, Tigray Defense Force soldiers are now moving towards Debre Zabit, Nifas Machiu, and Debre Tabor. Because all of these areas are located on B-22 highway, and almost a month ago, these areas were under the control of Tigray Defense Force. But now again, the Tigray Defense Force is increasing to gain control over these areas on the B-22 highway. Reports are being received that Tigray Defense Force soldiers are now heading towards A3 highway, where the capital of Amhara region Bahirdar and Gondar is located. Viewers, on the other hand, Oromo Liberation Army claimed that Oromo Liberation Army soldiers has taken full control of Dondala districts in Veliga region, and Oromo Liberation Army soldiers shared a video as evidence of the capture of Dondala district. Let's first you watch the video, then we talk further.
Egaan dhaggeeffattoota keenya akkuma waadaa sinii galle magaalaa Qondaalaa aanaa Qondaalaa keessatti iddoolee garaagaraa sin daawwachiisu akkuma itti hubnetti jira. Amma kan argamnu bulchiinsa magaalaa Qondaalaati.
And according to the latest reports, tension is increasing on Ethiopia-Sudan border, and Sudan's armed forces have deployed more troops along the disputed border with Ethiopia, announcing that they have complete control of the region amid tensions with Addis Ababa. Because the army sent a message of reassurance to the citizens, telling them to sleep soundly. And Sudan announced on 1st December that its troops had dismantled an Ethiopian settlement and taken control of it after exchanging artillery fire with the neighboring country's forces in the disputed Al Fashaga area. It followed reports that 21 Sudanese soldiers had been killed and 30 other wounded in clashes with Ethiopian forces in Birkat Noran in the disputed area 4 days earlier. And the renewed clashes prompted Sudan's military ruler, Lieutenant General Abdul Fattah al Burhan, to vow that his country will not cede an inch of territory to Ethiopia. Viewers, and after the deployment of at least 6 United Arab Emirati Wing Long First Unmanned Combat Aerial Vehicles UCAV to Ethiopia, satellite imagery now indicates that additional infrastructure for the operations of UCAV is being constructed at Harar Meda Air Base. And new tarmac and hangars are being erected next to the hangar from where Ethiopia's own fleet of 3 Wing-Long First UCAV acquired from China in September 2021 are currently operating from. And one of these Winglong first was already sighted on satellite imagery of Harar Medda in mid-November. Because the area where the construction is taking place was previously the Ethiopian Air Force designated dump site for decommissioned aircraft, and parked here were some 30 MiG-21 fighter aircraft, 8 Mi-24 attack helicopters, 5 AN-12 transport aircraft, and 1 Yak-40 and 1 Tu-154 airliner. It was all but the AN-12S Yak-40 and the Tu-154 have now been moved to several other locations on the airbase to make way for the soon to be erected facilities. An effort to remove the MiG-21 and Mi-24 appear to have started in October 2021, with construction commencing in earlier December. And when construction is completed, the area is expected to become the hub for all UCAV operations at Harar Medda. And the ETAF currently operates several Israeli made Aerostar UAS and Chinese made Winglong first UCAV from the airbase, with the Iranian Mohajer 6 still believed to be stationed at Smira airport in northeast Ethiopia. And from Harar Medda, the Winglong first have sufficient range to operate all over the Tigray region, as was already demonstrated by the ETAF's use of Winglong first to designate target for Su-27 bombers over Mekelle. And the expansion of Ethiopia's current UCAV infrastructure comes at a time when the Tigray Defense Forces have given up much of their territorial gains attained over the past month. And after the Ethiopian Army's Oman offensive against Tigray Defense Force in northern Ethiopia backfired spectacularly, the Tigray Defense Force commenced a counter-offensive that at one point even threatened the security of the capital Addis Ababa. However, the constant attrition caused by UCAV, meanwhile numbering at least 11, appears to have had a significant psychological and material impact on Tigray Defense Force forces on the front line. On the 2nd of February 2021, the dump is still occupied by MiG-21, Mi-24 and various types of transport aircraft. The influx of various types of UCAVs might end up being the most decisive factor in saving the embattled Ethiopian government of Abiy Ahmed. While the Tigray Defense Force could previously fall back and try their chances on another front, the increasing number of these systems meanwhile available to the Ethiopian Air Force means that Tigray Defense Force might soon have no place to run to anymore without being targeted. And after the Libyan civil war and the 2020 Nagorno war, perhaps the Tigray war will soon be added to the quickly growing list of conflicts where the use of UCAVs proved decisive. Because then on the other hand, armed with battle-tested drones, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has been deepening defense ties with African countries ahead of Mohajer gathering of the continent's leader in Istanbul. And the two-day Turkey-Africa Partnership Summit starting Friday comes fast on the heels of a top-level business forum in October that focused on investment and trade. And the next phase of this fast blossoming relationship is security. Experts says with a host of African leaders looking to buy up military hardware at cheaper price and with fewer strings attached. And leaders and top ministers from 39 countries, including 13 presidents, have confirmed attendance with Erdogan sent to make a speech on Saturday. And Ankara already has a military base in Somalia, and Morocco and Tunisia reportedly took their first delivery of Turkish combat drones in September. And Angola became the latest to express an interest in unmanned aerial vehicles UAV during Erdogan's first visit to the southern African country in October. And Turkey in August also signed a military cooperation pledged with Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, who has been embroiled in a war with Tigray Defense Force for the past year. And the most important sector is the defense sector because this is a new asset. Turkey has pushed this sector a lot, especially drones. And Federico, an international relations researcher at the University of Geneva, told AFP, everyone asks about UAVs. Russia has been the dominant player on the African arms market, accounting for 49% of the continent's imports between 2015 and 2019, according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. And but interest in Turkish weaponry is peaking. The TB2 Bayraktar model is in high demand after it was credited with saving the fate of conflict in Libya and Azerbaijan's breakaway region of Nagorno in the past few years. So viewers, so far the latest update. For more latest update, please subscribe channel. Thanks for watching.